Hey Throwers, in this hype Game of Thrones Season 7 video, I will explain why Sansa is finally a contender and how she will take down Littlefinger. Please make sure you click on that subscribe button to become a member of the Azora Hype family, and click that notification bell to stay up to date with my daily videos for Game of Thrones Season 7. Last episode we saw very clearly that Jon said he would kill Littlefinger if he messes with Sansa, but Jon won't be in the north for the foreseeable future. This means that Sansa will be left alone with Peter Baelish in Winterfell as the only remaining Stark, right now until Bran and Arya come home. It sucks that Jon won't be reuniting with Bran or Arya, but at least we will get some semblance of a House Stark reunion. Littlefinger has spent several seasons of the Game of Thrones grooming Sansa to be like him to see the way the game is played, but this is Season 7, and in Seasons 4 and 5, Littlefinger was Sansa's only friend. Sansa has come such a long way. After all, Sansa told Jon she learned a lot from the Lannister Queen, and I'm sure some of you wondered, does this mean she's going to become more like Cersei? Sansa has had more influences than Cersei, including the Queen of Thorns and her mother Catelyn Stark, but the reason why Cersei's influence is so important is because of the message she left with Sansa on what a woman's weapon is. Now, it's quite obvious that Sansa is beautiful. She may in fact be the most beautiful woman in the Seven Kingdoms. But Arya, who will be returning to Winterfell, is something completely different. She has been influenced by characters such as Yoren, Syrio Forel, Sandor Clegane, and Jaqen H'ghar, all of whom had different lessons to teach her. There's a stark difference of feminine influences and male influences, and this is the Song of Ice and Fire, and each element is reflected differently within each character. In Season 6, the Battle of the Bastards, Sansa tells Jon, "No one can protect me. No one can protect anyone," when Jon promises to protect her from Ramsay Bolton. Some of you may think this is a throwaway line, but in Game of Thrones you have to pay close attention because foreshadowing is much different than the books. But with all of this said, we have to remember that Arya is still trained with the Faceless Men, and we see now more than ever with the cold open from Season 7 and from the interaction with Hot Pie that she is still searching for her real identity. And this is what this theory is all about. Who are these Stark girls set to become, and who are these characters truly? Littlefinger was in his element in King's Landing, and as we saw, Ned Stark, who got betrayed by Littlefinger, was out of his element, for he was too trusting with his northern roots. But in Winterfell and the North, Peter Baelish is out of his element and finds himself without any real allies or assets like he used to have. Now, if we remember in this teaser trailer, we see that Sansa is quite upset. And I believe that if she is near a weirwood tree, then she must either be praying to the old gods, or she must be speaking with Bran, who has returned to Winterfell. Now, I think we will see Sansa return to her roots more this season, but I do think the reason why she is upset, because she is speaking to Bran. We know that Bran is the Three-Eyed Raven, and we know that Sansa was put in charge of Winterfell by Jon, so Bran will respect that, but I believe since Bran is the Three-Eyed Raven, and his powers are going to be more amplified, that he will tell Sansa that he knows what happened to her. That he saw that she saw Ned get beheaded, that she was abused by Joffrey, and that she was raped by Ramsay Bolton. Which brings me to my prediction for how things will play out with Sansa, Littlefinger, Arya, and Bran. We know that Brienne of Tarth is watching Sansa over like a hawk. She swore to Catelyn that she would protect the Stark girls, and that doesn't mean with just her sword, but also her wisdom. I believe that when Arya returns home to Winterfell, she will be upset that Sansa is with Peter Baelish. Things won't go smoothly for a while, but Brienne will try her best to let them know that they are home and safe, and that family is all that matters. Littlefinger will try to destroy that notion that, in fact, Arya could make it more difficult for her to progress through the ranks, but what Littlefinger won't expect is that the Stark girls in private will have made a deal to get rid of Littlefinger. We have to remember that Arya saw Littlefinger at Harrenhal with Tywin Lannister, and once they realize what he's truly up to on top of what he's already done, they will work together. Now, I spoke earlier of Ice and Fire and how it's reflected within each of our characters. We see that Sansa is wearing the symbol Theta, which represents death, and we know that Arya served the god of death with the Faceless Men, so I believe the Starks, who embrace the saying, "winter is coming," will reflect the ice side of their nature and execute Littlefinger. I believe in the books that Lady Stoneheart will kill Peter Baelish, but in the show Sansa will let no one protect her, and Arya will slit his throat with the cat's paw dagger from behind, much like how he held the knife to Ned's throat in Season 1, and how their mother lost her life at the Red Wedding. I think the crucial moment will be when Sansa uses the idea of sex and marriage with Littlefinger. He told her his plans in the end was to be on the Iron Throne with her by her side, but that dream will die quickly when she plays the Game of Thrones. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Arya and Sansa will team up? Will Brienne and Bran or even Sandor be influential with their plan to take down Littlefinger? Give me your personal predictions and theories in the comment section. Let's keep this hype discussion going. If you enjoyed this video and want to help this channel spread like wildfire, you can click the like button. I'll set a goal of 600 likes for this video, and please make sure you click on that subscribe button to become a member of the Azor Hype family. We have an awesome community here, and click that notification bell to stay up to date with my daily videos for Game of Thrones Season 7. If supporting the channel is something that you're interested in and you want to become part of the hardcore members of the Azor Hype community, you can support me on Patreon. I have all sorts of cool rewards like setting up early access to my write-ups, videos, and some extra hype content. So thank you to all of you awesome patrons who make these videos possible. Thank you so much for watching, and 7 blessings.
Fuck the king.
How much for your little crab?
Voices love the